Hi everybody, Jesse here with another edition of Morning Fuel, where I share some coffee and talk about what's new and what's on my mind. And what's new is the PMI-ACP, the upgrade. Let me just give you this right here. The upgrade has just launched this month. This certification is near and dear to my heart. I had the privilege of being on the team that designed it back in 2011. And it has since become the single most popular specialty cert that PMI has to offer. So it's the most favored little brother to the PMP, and I'm very proud of that. So the question is, why do an update? And the answer is because things have changed over the last 3-4 years. Agile is different. And so there's some new emphasis now on some materials, some topics around collaboration games, around the Agile mindset. And there's also an attempt to be a little bit more industry agnostic, because the first go around, there was just a lot of emphasis on IT because that's where it came from. Now the cert is emphasizing a broader set of language, a more inclusive language that allows the certification to apply to multiple industries. So I'm here with 3 quick tips. If you're interested in doing this, this certification is focused on people who have done this. We have the beginner level certifications for people like going through the Certified Scrum Master or the IC Agile Certified Professional. Those are entry level certifications. If you've done this for about a year and you've had some training, then you really do want to take a look at upgrading. And the requirements for that are laid out at the website, PMI.org. There we go, PMI.org/agile. And the handbook will tell you the requirements that you need in order to qualify for the certification, some experience, some training, and then qualify for the exam and pass the exam. Well, what's on the exam? Glad you should ask. At the website is another document, the exam content outline, which lists over 100 learning objectives. So while you might have studied Scrum or Kanban, that might be just one technique. This certification is intended to cover a whole broad swath of Agile. And so there's a lot of material to cover. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, to help you cover that material, who wants to read 12 or 13 books? Ugh. What I want to read is I want to read something specific around the program. And for that, I'm going to point you to Mike Griffiths' book. Now, Mike's book is already out there and published, the 2nd edition that's specific to this new upgrade. So if you go Google Mike Griffiths PMI-ACP book, you'll find it here. I'll put a link in there for you. And this is a thick book. It's massive. It covers all kinds of concepts and theories. It's basically Mike's contribution to the Agile community laid down in this book. And so it's a gem. It's an absolute goldmine if you're learning to go deeper on these topics. The other book I want to share with you is How to Pass the PMI-ACP on Your First Try by Andy Crow. Andy's a good friend of mine and have a deep respect for him. I used his book to pass my PMP test. And so he will be releasing the upgrade to his book for this new version of the certification around Thanksgiving. And his book is lightweight. Mike's book is big and broad and deep and a lot of visuals. Andy's book is just laser focused on pass the exam. And so it depends on what you want to get out of this experience. Do you want to go deeper and learn broader, or are you just focused on getting that recognition for what you know and what you've done? The 2 excellent materials. 3, so 1, the website, 2, the books, and then 3, what about boot camps? And it really boils down to your learning style. If you're an extrovert like me, where you got to be around people to have information soak in, then go to a boot camp, but be advised, it might be death by PowerPoint. Unless it's taught by Velociteach and Andy's organization, unless it's taught by Mike himself, it's probably not going to be that dynamic, immersive experience that you got in an IC Agile certified professional class or in a certified Scrum Master class or one of Jesse's workshops. It's going to be focused on passing the exam. On the other hand, you might get away with just reading the materials. You may not need a boot camp. It comes down to your learning style. So if you have further questions about this, feel free to leave a comment, reach out to me directly. I'm deeply passionate about this certification. I think the 10,000 people who've gotten the certification over the last several years distinguish themselves above the 500,000 entry-level certification holders to being people that actually done this. So if you want to be one of those people and jump on, the new upgrade is out there. It's totally worth looking into. So that's what I wanted to share with you this morning. That's hot off the press. Talk to you next time.